Why I am here today is to serve you with why Nigerian artists were not invited to perform at the opening and then closing ceremony. So on the bill today, I'm looking at reasons why Nigerian artists were not invited to perform at the opening and then closing ceremony. We all know the opening ceremony, was graced by Shatta Wale, and then the closing ceremony was also graced by Stonebwoy. Lovely day, beautiful day, right here on this channel. I am Emeka Friday, Chuku Emeka Imasu, and I'm here to serve you. You can best also refer to me as TJ, and welcome to TJ Studios. I hope you are doing great. I hope you are having fun. I hope your day is going great as well. Stay blessed wherever you are. Okay, now let's move on straight to action. What I have for you today, well, it's quite interesting. The 13th All African Games was held in Ghana, Accra, for that matter, and we had quite some good games. All right, although we could have done better, but it was not a bad, hosting, activity. On the other hand, well, why I am here today is to serve you with why Nigerian artists were not invited to perform at the opening and then closing ceremony. So on the bill today, I'm looking at reasons why Nigerian artists were not invited to perform at the opening and then closing ceremony. We all know the opening ceremony, was graced by Shatta Wale, and then the closing ceremony was also graced by Stonebwoy. Now, Stonebwoy invited Odumodu Black, and they did their newly released song. All right, so Odumodu Black was basically featured in the opening ceremony. Okay, no, closing ceremony. Sorry, and I want to share with you why Nigerian artists were not invited. An insider has whispered into my ear why Nigerian artists were not invited to perform. Okay, so it's mind-boggling. It busts our minds in a way, but that does it, or is it in a way where it augur well for the African space? Is it right, or is it safe to say that this African or oneness of Africa, this unity where we want Africans to be imbibed in, is relatively within that context? Well, it's interesting, right? After all these, Nigerians were second on the table. They really performed as well as we were sixth. We did well, fine, but Nigerians did the best. They did their best. All right, if not for the outstanding performance by Egypt, Nigerians would have been the best. And even in the second leg, they had a lot of the gold medals and they did their best. Trust me, in that instance. Okay, let's switch away from that. Now, after both, artists perform relatively, or basically Shatta Wale and then Stonebwoy, the same competitive spirit in us by comparing our artists against each other, which I feel is not right, also happened where some people decided to interview fans, and the question posed was that Shatta and Stonebwoy, who did well? Safe to say, we are not looking at our artists, should I use the right word? Yes, our artists competing individually, having their individual competition. We rather peg them, or both of them, to probably compete each other, and then they stay within their local or locality and do that. They can't go out there to compete. All right. Now, the chunk of it all is that Nigerians who are globally recognized in the whole of Africa were not, I don't want to say were not allowed, did not perform. Before I serve you with why Nigerians didn't perform, Stonebwoy performed a lot of his songs. I don't want to major on that. Let's look at Stonebwoy's performance of the closing ceremony of him and then Odumodu Black. Come back and I'll give you why, or details of why Nigerian artists did not perform. All right, let's do this.
I want to let you know that Africa is one people, so don't let them segregate you. I want to drop this song to make you know why I am the Afro dancer king of the world. Let it go. Somebody say, boy. Somebody turn up a brand new lighter. How you go? They say, you know my mind is. Me, I know be on it. Sexual level is stiff. Don't let me. Yeah, you know my mind is. Me, I know be on it. The level is stiff. What? You go to the room, and it's your friend. But you're not yourself like a man thing that. Talk selling a violate and go under. You go there and go by. Every four lighter. All I want to do more dance and reggae music. What? Okay, you be the DJ just because I believe you. Don't try to manipulate a figure. What? When the girl let me see where you are. From the sexy my Savannah road. That's why them lovers don't want to the court. I'm in love them more. What? You know. What is that? Oh, the war. It's Nigeria in the house. It's Nigeria in the house. Rwanda. Let's go. One. I will be at the feet. I'm talking about the winner of the mountain. The fire fire, anyone like that? I'm a goddamn angel. Damn! The never want to do this to me now. Stop me, stop. Bring them on for long in on it. How you feeling? You know what I do. You know what I do. I love. How you feeling in Africa? Somebody say, Ekelebe, 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 Ekelebe. You go there and stand over your finger. After my finger. You go there and stand over here. And not yes, after your man. What Ghana go now for? We never said Ghana. Ghana. Go by the name Stone Boy. Somebody say boom. Blessed love. Blessed love.
Okay, welcome back. Basically, we've all seen, the performance of Stonebwoy and then Odumodu Black. So basically, Odumodu Black only performed because there was a feature between himself and Stonebwoy. All right, now officially, Nigerian artists were not invited. All right, I don't want to say weren't allowed to know. They were not invited. Why? Because in the build-up to the All-African Games, the LOC, Local Organizing Committee, sat down, met some industry players, and they were looking at who, all right, they should bail, and then artists to consider, all right. The local committee, organizing committee themselves have artists they wanted to consider or they had on their list to perform. And trust me, some Nigerian artists were on the bill, alongside some Ghanaian artists. Now, the plan of the local organizing committee was for Ghanaian artists to open the game because it's a Ghanaian or Ghana, oriented organization competition which is held in Ghana. They were like, okay, let Ghanaian artists do the opening ceremony, and then with the closing ceremony, we'll have one francophone West African artist and then probably North African artist to perform. So let's look at it now. They settled on one Cameroonian artist, all right, and then they looked at West Africa. So Nigerians were part of the bill. Nigerians were part of the local organization's bill. And I know that with the opening ceremony, Shatta Wale, all right, is being rumored around $200 and something thousand with Shatta Wale charged. For Stonebwoy's own, it's not been official yet. Okay, now even with Shatta's own, it's rumored, it's being rumored. Now, concerns were raised. Oh, can we pay these Nigerians? They charge, how much they charge, and then this is a Ghanaian thing. We've been giving them too much of a leverage. Nigerian artists are getting everything, all right, even when we host international concerts, which is supposed to be Ghanaian concerts. You have Nigerians or Nigerian artists featuring on Ghanaian concerts, all right? And then when it's time for that same concert to be held in Nigeria, we Ghanaians are not allowed to feature in them. So this time, let's do it Ghana. Let's major on Ghanaian artists. So they brought in the Cameroonian guy, did other artists, and then decided to focus on Stonebwoy. That was when Stonebwoy also decided, or mutually, Odumodu Black added up, and then they did that collaboration. Okay, so officially, the first reason was that Nigerian artists are too expensive. Can we pay them? And then the second reason was that they are allowed to feature on a lot of events in Ghana, all right, and they major on a lot of events in Ghana, but when it is time for them to reciprocate, same, the Ghanaian artists are not given that opportunity in Nigeria. So they looked at this reason and they focused on Ghanaians. Now, this is the question, or the kind of question I want to pose. My mindset is all about the Pan-African thing. I want to see, if not all Africans unite, 90 to 80% of African unity. If 90 to 80% of Africans unite, the 20% will have no option than to join. Even 70. 70 is also not a pass mark, a good mark. All right? So if 70% of Africans unite with one mindset and everything, okay, automatically the 30% will join. You have no option than to join, because then we will have a much more percentage than them, and we'll have a much more, mindset of, how do I even put it? Populative, Jancha, and then the others will join. Because then it will be a movement of unity where you have a lot of Africans united, or who have united. So you have no option than to join. The problem with Africa is Africa. In a second context, the problem with Africans are Africans. We are our own problems. We are our own problems. Why would you feel that Nigerians are having a larger share of the cake? So let's deny them from having the cake and also have, a chunk of the cake. And I've been saying this. I'm going to bring another podcast. All right. I'm going to share with you another podcast, and we'll look at African artists who are globalized or globally known. And we'll check whether Ghanaian artists form or are found within that list. That is the second podcast I'm going to do after this. You should have waited. It's an African thing. Okay. A local organizing committee will put through a call to Burna Boy. We all know the charge or the rate of Burna Boy. He surpassed $1 million. Let's just say $3 to $5 million. But you pull a call through to the management of Burna Boy, be like, okay, we are doing this for Africa. This is a West African thing. We want to bring on board Burna Boy. Okay. We know Burna Boy is hot. It's a negotiation bit aspect of it all. How you negotiate. Okay, we want to do this. We want to have Burna Boy. We know Burna Boy is around 3 million to 5 million. But this is an African thing. We need him and we don't want him for free. So you talk about figures and then you look at 500 to a cool $700,000, Burna Boy is gonna come. Davido is gonna come. Okay, Tiwa Savage is gonna come. Cote d'Ivoire had an event, they invited Yemi Alade. Thames is gonna come. Alright? Even if you can't afford Burna Boy, $200 or $300 or $400,000, alright, can afford some Nigerian artists who grace the occasion. I'm struggling to find words because I don't want to hurt people. I want to stay factual. I don't want to be emotional. I struggle to find or to adhere to the fact that it's becoming something like wherever Ghanaian artists are, they don't want Nigerians there on a major event in Ghana. That is what we are fighting for. And I feel that the Play Ghana 100% is at the back of our mind. Although it's not working, it's still at the back of our mind. We will do this, and the same thing that happened to our movie industry will happen to our music industry. And then we will think we need these same Nigerians again to revive our dead music industry career. And then, like I said, the train will not stop. The train will not stop. We needed Nigerian artists on the All African Games. We needed one. In as much as I agree in a way, them saying, okay, let Ghanaian artists do the opening ceremony and then the closing ceremony, bring Nigerians. But certain key players said, let's major on Ghanaians. I feel that we needed, after King Promise Shatawale, we needed one Nigerian artist. And then the closing ceremony as well. Because if one Nigerian artist had added up to King Promise and Shatawale, it would have given the All African Games, an external look and then reach where it will attract a lot of people to watch, because they are not only known in Africa. I will share a survey right after this. I will do a survey. They are known in Europe, North Africa, East Europe, wherever, South America, wherever. I'm telling you, there is a survey. I'm gonna drop it. If you would love me to drop how global Nigerian artists and some African artists which doesn't have Ghanaian artists in them, if you would love me to drop that survey, comment in this podcast and I'll drop it by you. But I am failing to understand Africa in a context where an African country is moving and other African countries are feeling negative about it. They also want to enjoy the success of this African countries. And I've said that even with siblings, among siblings, you find one person who will make money than the other siblings and will come home to support the family. Victor Osimhen is the star of his family. He has made sure that he's giving his family enough money for everybody to own a business. Same as other African stars who are out there. So let's see Nigerians as our star, and then we all enjoy from them. But any space we discuss Nigeria in Ghana, automatically some people, and the way it pain me is those some small bunch of people will take a decision that will affect a whole Ghana. Because trust me, a lot of Ghanaians would have loved to see Nigerian artists on the bill. But they brought up, they will charge too much. Let's focus on Ghana. Let's push Ghanaian artists because them. Imagine if this competition was held in Nigeria, they wouldn't invite Ghanaian artists. What work have you put into your songs? Do you think blocking Nigerian artists from performing in a 20,000 University of Ghana sports stadium will stop them from winning? They are performing in 60,000 arenas, 40,000. O2 Arena, Aqua Arena, Nova Scotia in Canada, Burna Boy. Do you think your 20,000 capacity auditorium is needed? They have pushed themselves to a certain level that whatever you do will not put them down. I am here for the oneness of Africa. I have been basically preaching about Africa Unite, and I'm still gonna stand by it. I'm still gonna face the fact And I've always said that if it's Ghana, I will praise Ghana. If Ghana does it better, I will praise Ghana. If South Africa does it better, I'm going to praise South Africa. Nigeria does it better. Wherever the truth lies, I'm going to make sure I hit the nail right on its head. We needed Nigerian artists in the All African Games to also perform. So I've basically been lamenting on that. We needed Nigerians in the All African Games. We needed Nigerian artists in the All African Games. Imagine if the LOC had put out a survey to say and then to outline that Ghanaians, all Ghanaians, vote and let's see the kind of artists you need from Africa to perform. A lot of Nigerian artists would have made it to that, list. But some people in the decision-making bit will be consulted and they will tell them, oh, let's major on Ghana because, when you give the Nigerian artists the chance, imagine if they were doing it, they wouldn't invite us. They don't need your 20,000 arena to succeed. They've been doing 40,000, 60,000 arenas. Scotiabank, Aqua Arena, O2 Arena. It would have been nice if Burna Boy would have taken 500,000 to perform at the All African Games. That is even in a considerate manner. Consider because it's an African thing just to perform for you. And the fact that it's coming from Ghana, he would have performed. And look at the heart and the mindset. A patriotic African could have gotten, just as the Ivorians did, got Yemi Alade, Tiwa Savage, any other artist from Nigeria to add up to the bill. We decided to do it on our own. And if they have added up, it would have given the All African Games that needed attention it deserves. But hey, not the whole total mindset of Ghanaians. Some few people who want to benefit, they know that if this artist is featured, I'll get payola, I'll get some tips. That has been our problem in the industry. We'll do this, the industry will fail, and then we'll be crying for Nigerians to come help us build it again, just as we've done to our movie industry. Is it fine? It's not fine. Well, some of us, we are here. And I've been saying I'm going to face the truth. As a Pan-Africanist, all right, preach the oneness of Africa, which I know one day it will sink in. We know we cannot get the whole of Africans, but if we have 70% of Africans with a oneness mindset, then it means that the 30% will have no option than to join. The day Africa will realize that, that is when we become powerful. We don't need to pull any other African country down when he or she is doing well. Never. If your brother becomes a star in the family, like Victor Osimhen did, became a star in the family and gave all his family members money to start something, is it not going to benefit you? Like other African nationals have done, support their family. So why can't we see them as our star and then benefit from them? If we put them down, we all lose our ends meet. Africa, listen. If we put Nigerians down, we will all lose our ends meet. Just as if there is any star in your family and you pull him down, the kind of resources and money he or she is supporting you with, you won't get it anymore. So let's not be witches in our coven. All right? Well, like I've been saying, I am here to face the fact. And I'm going to leave the rest to you to share your opinion. Like I said, I'm going to drop another video and a podcast where I'm going to show you artists who are global in Africa, who are well known in the whole of the world. And we'll look at every part of the world, Eastern Europe, South America, wherever, America itself, East Africa, and artists who are global and known there. I will share a survey with you and then we'll do the needful. I'm signing out of here, but I'll be coming your way with more exclusive, like I said. Do well to subscribe to the channel, share your thoughts with me in line with today's editorial, and don't forget to hit the notification button to get notified whenever I post any new video. Call me Emeka Friday, call me Chuku Emeka, call me Imaswin, and I will respond. All right, I salute you and peace out.